types of units. This is by no means a tower defense game because you can be as offensive as you want. You can rush, you can turtle,
and your units don't like follow a path. It's not like your units are just following a blind path to the opponent's base.
Right, you are in full control.
You are the flag bearer for your army, and you rally your army to your position by clicking a button or pulling the trigger. And your army could be in a variety of places, and so part of the game is in learning to control your army well. We haven't philosophically when we started working on the game, we started with the idea of get rid of micro, because the sort of initial impression is that micro is one of the things that tends to make a game like StarCraft less fun for a lot of people.
Right, or just harder to get into the fun.
Harder to get into, yeah. But as we've developed the game, what we've sort of shaded more towards is the philosophy of don't remove micro, but make micro fun.
Yeah, make it easy, make it fun, make it intuitive.
Right.
I mean, we didn't specifically build in kiting or stutter stepping in the game, but you can do it, and people just pick on it naturally because it seriously only takes a single button press.
Yeah, it's one button.
You pull them back, you let them go. You pull them back, you let them go. It's such an easy thing to do.
So you can play the game on a console controller, or you can play it on your keyboard mouse.
Yeah.
In fact, can you just? I suppose this mode does not have the controls on it, but. The controls, and I'll just describe them to you in words here. By the way, we've got purple and green versus red and blue in this match. And it looks like orange has got some defensive structures up, some turrets defending one defending that back door, and another up on a hill up near the front door. So really great position.
I got to give it to Durgarbach because Durgarbach doesn't screw around with the idea of risk. He sees that there's an opportunity to hit him from the back, so he's going to put a turret there. Mm-hmm. And many other players, especially our best players, like to dance with the idea of what's the most I can get away with, like how greedy can I be with my defense. And you'll see a lot of them actually don't even build defenses because they're thinking, well, if I ever have to defend myself, that means I'm losing. But Durgarbach has proven that he can clearly win while defending.
Hey, Alex, I just discovered another bug, if you wouldn't mind logging it. In 2v2 Observer, I don't think we're locked to the character, but there is only one character that is showing the numbers HUD for things like what they spent money on and their HP gain.
You're right.
It's only player one.
Oh yeah, I can't believe we missed that. So Takinove, wow, you have a lot of interest in this game because you're asking tons of questions. Oh, that's not a question. He's just stating that 2v2 can get pretty deep. One player having 70% eco while the other has 30% eco, having different decks and team play and communication. Absolutely. 2v2 is like one of the core experiences that I can imagine, like representing what we love about the game. Just the balancing your armies, making sure that one person does one thing while you have to do another, it really makes this amazing experience.
Oh, and Purple gets that artillery turret up, and I tell you what, I think with the new balance, artillery turrets are so powerful because their big weakness before was air, but now there's so many more units that can take out air.
And they also have tons of range because their other big weakness is they can't move.
Right.
But they take half the map now, so it's like...
So it is possible that maybe we'll have to nerf those artillery turrets.
Not until people complain. So Bubbler Fett says, is hanging on the Discord the only way to get into the alpha? Yes, we strongly encourage you to get into the alpha. He says he just got a real PC that's not a Mac, and so he wants to be able to play.
But the game is also available on Mac?
It works on Mac, yes. And so please join our chat room. It's www.pocketwatchgames.com/chat. Join our Discord. We have a huge community. It's like it's basically about 100 people daily now, and so if you join, we'll help you get on board, and you can be in the alpha.
And the reason for that, the reason we ask that, or the reason that we generally collect our alpha community from the Discord, is that it's still a private alpha, and we really, really value, and we tend to want to invite people into the alpha that show a desire to actually give feedback and to interact with the community and be a part of this community before the game is public. Because those are the people that are going to be the ambassadors for the game when the game is available to buy. And so we really, really encourage that. And we're trying to sort of build our community around people that show a willingness and an eagerness to be a part of our community. And by the way, when we give out keys to the alpha, you don't have to buy them. They're for free.
Is this a network performance here or a graphical performance? That's kind of
that's a good question. It looks like it may be... looks more networky to me than.
Yes, the game is still in development, so there are still plenty of optimizations to be had. You won't need a 1070 in order to run the game.
Yeah. But it is, it's getting a little hitchy here.
So yeah, and one of the things is, as you notice, like people who are really interested in the game will have a lot of questions, and the best part of having a great community like this is a lot of them are really eager to answer those questions. So just like how Xeno right now has been helping. We love to see sort of that kind of thing.
And boy, this is a great 2v2 match. Orange is now pulling around the backside with a Fox, trying to take out this expansion from Purple, because Purple has yet to defend it.
Oh, wow! Shooting through the trees!
Yeah, shooting through the trees, and that's going to... he's going to have to come around to the other side of the trees in order to stop that, right? You won't be able to get him from this side.
Bubbler Fett says, I'm a longtime RTS player, but haven't found anything that interests me as much as this. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
I'll check it out on the Discord. Absolutely, you should check it out. Xeno Coop says, this is one of my favorite RTS games right now, possibly of all time. But that's just because he is the best, which is true. He is the best. However, Xeno, Durgerbach was not in the last tournament. And I'm now going to give Durgerbach my energy.
And by the way, Purple just lost a base, and Blue just lost. That's another Purple base, or a Green. The first base to go down is a Green, and then a Purple. And it looks like Orange and Blue are going to push through, even though Purple and Green had so much better map control.
Oh wow! Look at this.
There's a lot of snakes, though. The snakes are probably going to take out that Fox if he's not careful with the Fox, and they poison the Fox. The Fox is going to die.
Yeah.
So now comes the counterattack.
Yes, I would say that the distance management of the Fox is less than ideal. We haven't. You typically want to see a lot of movement out of the Fox. A lot of pulling away as you get shots off.
And now that the Fox is poisoned like that, typically when you have a unit that's poisoned, what you want to do with it at that moment is just commit it to battle, let it fight. Because if you retreat and you bring it home, you can see exactly what happens. It just sits there and eventually dies.
Yep.
So you may as well get your damage out of it. But red and blue's economy are actually pretty hamstrung, and green and purple now have the better economy. So, but blue's army just wiped underneath that artillery turret. Of course, blue coming back with ferrets and sniper balloons. Oh my God! Look at this mess. Red trying to take down this base before it gets up, and blue coming in as backup. Behind with the snakes trying to hold the line.
They're all in this fight together.
Yeah, man, look at that.
And now Falcon's coming to the rescue at the end. There are no remaining anti-airs on the blue side, the blue and red side, and the Falcons, despite the fact that they're poisoned, are gonna clean up here. Oh, look at all of that skunk gas just ruins the day for purple and green.
This is just such a beautiful battle
right
here.
Look at this army value here. Purple and orange are really at the bottom of the rung here. It's really just blue and green carrying it for their teams.
Green got a Fox out, but committed it too close to the battle and loses it under artillery fire. Blue kind of trying to come in and deny the base expansion, and he does. But blue's economy is no stronger than anyone else's. Purple is now entirely out of farm, so purple is starving. AV Ultimate is starving and is going to just commit their units when they can and try and rebuild this HQ. Green needs to be able to fend off orange and blue so that purple can rebuild his economy, and is managing to maybe do it. But purple keeps losing units to this battle. And purple starves out. Purple starved out. If you have no farms for 60 seconds, you automatically lose, and I think that's exactly what happened there.
So this is a 2v1 at this point,
right?
This
is a 2v1. Green holding the line, but now orange and blue feeling a little more comfortable. They've got their economies have legs. Green trying to hold the line at the top of this hill here, and we'll see if he can do it.
So we got green on 4 farms. Whereas the other 2 players are on 5 farms, and really a big part of the really only army value that green has in this is in the sniper balloons.
But green doing a heroic job at using that Fox to take out one unit after another, and blue and red and orange have no answer to this. They need to take out that Fox by committing an army, because that Fox is just going to continue to peck away at their units, and by pecking away at their units, it's continuing to cost orange and blue money.
So what Green's best play here is to take out all the farms, right? He really needs to position himself to snipe those farms out. And with Blue's army sitting right in the front door like that, he's not going to have a good shot off because there's so many units in the way.
He really needs to make sure that Fox doesn't get poisoned by this army of snakes that's heading his direction.
But he's pulling him straight into those balloons, which if I followed the vision of the blue player, he probably didn't see that there were that many balloons up there.
Blue trying to find a back door, but heading up onto a plateau where it's just a dead end.
So Tagging Nodem says, is it possible to get map
seeds?
No,
he got poisoned.
Is it possible to get seeds for the maps that they were created with? Yes, at the end of the match it'll tell you the map seed. So then you can enter it and replay on that exact same map.
Now the Fox did get poisoned, but before he dies, he's still doing massive work. Blue building an unwise expansion within range of the sniper balloons. And so that blue expansion is going to go down unless they can find a way to take out the sniper balloons. Oh, if Zenith manages to pull this off, because Zenith now with 6 farms, Durgarbach with 4, and Master Stealth with 0. Durgarbach down to 2 farms, Zenith with 6 farms. Zenith has a much stronger army, and he might actually pull this off.
Wow. I mean, Master Stealth right now is not going to be able to offer much, right?
He's got nothing. Master Stealth just has his defensive units left, and he's starving. He has no opportunity to build any farms. So Master Stealth is essentially out of the game because he can't expand to this position because it's within range of the sniper balloons, which means it's just on red, and red is down to 2 active farms.
If we look at the army value, though, oh man, it's pretty close.
Not for long, not for long.
Yeah.
And with that Fox in there, he'll really have a great advantage if this comes down to direct conflict.
Orange needs to try and trap that Fox in, or possibly just go a head-on collision straight. Yeah. Oh, and he does get to the Fox. He gets to the Fox.
Yes.
And he takes out the Fox.
With incredible focus fire. And he just completely wipes out Green's army. Look at that. Wow, with amazing unit control and an inferior army, Durgarbach manages to somehow destroy Zenith's army.
Oh my gosh. He's got to take a frontal attack on those balloons now. He's got the power to do it.
Yeah.
Blue is out of the game.
Blue starves out. Blue starves out. So that means that actually some of the defensive units that Blue had out on the field are now gone, which actually is going to give Green the ability to move more freely around the map. If Green can rebuild his army, Orange might have lost. Yes. Orange might have lost his opportunity.
Green absolutely rebuilt his army.
Okay, so here's the Fox. Now, if the Fox can take out this army, and if Green don't lose that Fox, pull it back to your balloons, and Orange just has to commit. Orange has to commit and win this battle, or Orange is done.
And I don't think he can. There's too many defensive structures in the Falcons, and he loses his whole army.
Oh my gosh, and Green is about to finish it. Green is about to finish this game. That is it. That is all that Orange has left. Orange has no army.
Wow.
And it came down to the last minute.
Wow.
Zenith with a heroic comeback.
Wow.
Wow.
Look at that. And then there might have been an opportunity there if you notice how there's a point in time here about the 12-minute mark in which Green's army drops completely as Orange has almost no losses because of an incredible engagement, incredible positioning by Durgarbach. And yet during that time, Durgarbach was too busy focusing on building his base back up and not just ending the game. He needed to end the game absolutely right then and there.
Right. Yep. And that's it.
That was incredible.
Wow.
Yeah. Good job to everybody. That was an amazing match.
That was super incredible. So if you are new to the game, this is Tooth and Tail, and what you just saw was a really great 2v2 match between some of our alpha community members.